Oh my God! Really caught anything big doing this, you know, unless you count Clear Lake where the average fish there is 3 to 4 pounds, and yeah, you'll catch a good one doing it this way. But in the mudload lakes, I haven't really got anything big. I think the biggest I've caught actually doing this was like a 3.5 pound spot. Really well at McClure in the fall using this tactic. A lot of times if I'm out having the boat over 100 feet of water or 60 foot, I'll count it down to where the bait's running, or the trout, which is normally around that 20 to 30, sometimes 40, and I'll count it down to about 25-ish to 20, and I'll start bouncing it, let it fall, reel it in real fast, and just bounce it again like this, keeping it in the strike zone and the area that those actual fish are running, chasing the bait at. But it seems to be at this lake, they're on the bottom. And to be honest with you, it's a lot easier to catch fish on the bottom than suspended fish. I know a lot of people struggle with it. I myself do struggle sometimes catching suspended fish if they're not willing to eat the baits and the tactics that I'm actually throwing at them. And guys, when you buy a blade bait, you're gonna see that there should be about 3 settings. This one has 4, some of them actually have 5. And all you do is you move your snap any way you want. I like to have it in the first position because I do like to reel it a lot. If you're dropping down on them, put them right in smack dab in the middle so your bait sits like this. It tends not to get hung up in itself. But I like to leave it where it lies most of the time, unless it's you're having an issue with it catching up and hooking itself. Then you just gotta move it and groove it around to see which way and what location of that. And just keep moving that snap around till you figure out which way it works best for how you're throwing it. Like right now, ripping, you should probably have it right in the middle or in the very, very last one. But I'm leaving it right where I like it as, because if I need to make a cast to swim it, it'll swim just fine. And guys, the trick to throwing a lipless, a blade bait, or casting out a spoon and ripping it up off the bottom is, the one way I like to do it is if I see fish on the graph and I can't drop down and catch them, I'll pull myself off, position myself correctly, and make casts at where I believe the fish were just at. And granted, fish chasing bait, they're always moving, so you gotta kind of predict which way the bait's kind of moving. Electronics definitely do help, so that's something really good to invest into, especially when you're chasing fish that are chasing bait. But all you want to do is you want to make your cast, let it hit the bottom, and just bounce it. Let it hit the bottom, watch your line. If it bounces, fish ate it on the fall, and just kind of bounce it around. It's super easy, anyone could do it, and it's effective. You can catch just about anything doing this. You can catch a bass, smallmouth, spot. I do it at Hogan, I catch striper. You can catch crappie doing it too. I've even caught bluegill doing it, trout of course. At Oroville we were catching coho. So, and catfish, can't forget about catfish. I know when we do it at Clear Lake, we catch a lot of big catfish bouncing the blade bait around. And there's really only 2 colors you should realistically have in your arsenal. I just have chrome and gold. Granted, you know, there's other companies that make actually ones that are painted that look really nice, but for what I'm doing is I'm just bouncing it down on them, so I don't think it really matters. You're basically just mimicking a dying shad on the bottom that's kind of scurrying away, dying, coming back to life, and scurrying away. And you're kind of targeting those fish. It works really good on ledges, same thing you throw a jig on. It works good on big old long points, island tops. Overall, it's a great versatile bait to do. Overall, it's a great personal bait to have, and it's an effective tactic in the fall months. Let's see if we can make something happen now. I saw these out here yesterday, or the other day. Got one.
Did you really? Go to here.
And he came off quickie. I knew they'd eat something. Looks just like just looks just like a shad. That's big. That's big unless I got him foul hooked. No, it's a nice one. Oh my god. Oh, I got him barely hooked, that's why. Got him side hooked. Well, guys, 2 spooning a Wisconsin killer. It's not a bad one. It's not a giant, but we'll take it. It's fucking weird. Another small one on the Binsky, but I ain't gonna complain. It's fun. It's just fun bouncing a trap or a blade bait up off the bottom. It's just so fun. That's why it's one of my favorite fall baits to do. That's why it's one of my favorite fall baits to throw and one of my favorite fall techniques to do. Points deceiving. Swings that way. It does connect. Oh, Jesus. That's a good one. Woo, there we go. Hey, hook came right out. There we go. That's probably the biggest of the day. 270. I'll take that. That's probably the biggest. It's not a big one, but it's the biggest of the day more than likely, and I'll take it. Thanks, buddy. Have to get in this grass. Water temp's 57 degrees up, unless they bury up in it, but I doubt it. Called it. Just said they have to bury up in this grass. We're on the Dink Fest today, guys. There's gonna be a fish. He'd be right there in this little bit of grass right there. Told you. I told you he was gonna be right there at the end of the grass. Did I not say if there was gonna be a fish, he would be right there at the edge of the grass?
Soaked.
Go to give a kiss. Good kiss. Right at the end of the grass. Got him. Oh my god! Oh my god, on the fall! Big smallie. Give me the net, please. Oh, you gonna net it for me?
No, I was handing it to you.
Oh, well here, just put the net in the water. Just put the net in the water. There we go. Damn, I thought he was bigger than that. He hit it on the fall. Thanks, babe.
You're very welcome. Your poles are in a terrible spot, I hope you know that.
You can let it go now. There we go, boys. Oh, buddy. buddy. I'm sorry, I got you in the eye. Do not shake. You're gonna put a hook in my finger. A little bit of some last cast bass action. Literally, I saw that fish in the graph in 6 foot of water and dropped down right on top of him, and he just went thunk. All right. All right. Prey to the Minnesota killer, and they're getting smaller.